How's it going, guys? I'm Connor from Running Warehouse. I'm here with JT from Adidas. Today, we are going to be taking a look at the newest in the Adidas Supernova line. We've got the Adidas Supernova Prima. Now, we saw the addition of the Rise this year, a great addition, and of course, you had that PEBA-based midsole that everyone's talking about in the daily training space. How have you elevated it now with the Prima?
So Prima is about tuning up the Supernova experience. So Rise is the flagship of that new franchise, the new family. Rise is that introduction of supercritical foam into everyday training, right? And then Prima is about just speccing this up a little bit. Kind of a discerning runner, someone who's looking for just the extra things. We wanted to tune up both comfort and support, the core characteristics of the Supernova family. And we go after both of those things, especially with midsole components, but every detail of our upper and outsole as well.
Now, starting with the midsole, we've got the DreamStrike Plus. Same compound as before, but are we looking at a little bit elevated stack heights?
That's exactly right. So Supernova Prima will have DreamStrike Plus, and we're going to increase stack heights both heel and forefoot. 2 millimeters in the heel, 4 millimeters in the forefoot. We wanted to come down from that 10 mil drop to an 8 mil drop and build a shoe that starts to think a little bit more about a tuned up cadence too. And it's not specifically and only a forefoot striking shoe, but it's the one that if we're getting into that tuned up space, a little bit more forefoot cushion especially. So that's where you're getting your comfort from. Same foam, more stack.
Now with the Supernova Rise, we talked a lot about those comfort rods. Do we have a similar setup here?
So we have a similar support system. In Prima, we're really excited about the way it starts to show how we can use our support rods to tune different support needs for different runners. This is a little bit different in terms of the material. So it's a ground contact grade EVA in the support rods in Prima. So even a little bit firmer than what the support rods are in Rise. But that means that you get a little bit more of a direct feel. Even as you go into higher stack height, more cushioning, we want to make sure that you have a good sense of like ground control at the same time. And especially through the geometry, flaring in the forefoot as well. So you get sort of a touch of forefoot stability.
Yeah, and with the comfort rods, as opposed to your standard rods you might see in some of the racing options, a lot more natural, and you're not going to feel them quite as much underfoot.
Yeah, like I said, they're a little higher density than what's in Supernova Rise, but still, it's a foam. It is compliant. It's going to have some flex, and compared to like an energy rod, this isn't the bones of your foot, it's the tendons of your foot.
Right. Now, can you tell us a little bit more about the outsole and the rubber durability?
Yeah, absolutely. So for the outsole, thinking again about tuning up the experience, we also want to minimize weight even as we increase stack. So we'll be using a GCPU, a casted polyurethane, that allows us to cast a super thin outsole with the same durability, passes the same rigorous durability standards, but with a minimal weight compared to normal outsole rubber.
Now, rounding the shoe all together, let's move on up to the upper. Premium design, looks maybe even a little bit more enhanced over the Rise. Tell us about it.
Yeah, similar, same relationship, same approach, where we're using the same ingredients across the Supernova family. So we're using engineered sandwich meshes, but plussing that up. We want to minimize weight, increase softness and comfort. Then we do things like go back and engineer and tune the tongue so that you have something that is minimal but plush at the same time and achieves that balance that runners are looking for.
Perfect. Well, I mean, I think fans of the Supernova Rise, or just someone looking for that higher cushion, fun, bouncy experience, are going to find a great shoe here with the Adidas Supernova Prima. When can people get this on their feet?
So we're going to be introducing this in the second half of 2024, starting in June.
Perfect. If you're looking to get the Adidas Supernova Prima on your own feet, you can find it here at Running Warehouse.